I just came back from the movie theaters just to, at one point, talk about a movie that I was going to talk about right here, right now. But as I was about to talk about this, something popped up on my feed about Willow Smith and how she went viral for asking this weird, simple question that is actually blowing up. And it got me thinking and pondering for the past hour or so, thinking if what she's saying is true. And that is the whole, am I just delusional, or people asking other people on dates is kind of like old school, quoted by Willow herself. Now, obviously, this is the question that she poses, but there's more to it. As again, she made like a little bit like a 1 minute snippet video talking about and ranting about how dating is, asking people out on a date in person is old school, and she kind of challenges that whole fact as to hey, like no one really does this now. Like I haven't seen anyone ask me out in person for a really long time, and all this other shit. And it got me wondering, like, really, are people actually thinking about this right now? Like, again, I'm still single as fuck. I'm still like wanting to be with someone and ask someone out on a date. And again, I understand there's also discourse right now with how people react to when it comes to anyone within the Smith family, from Willow to Jaden to Jada Pinkett Smith, and of course Will Smith himself. But look, all jokes aside, as to whether you want to call Willow's comments in question and how call her that, oh yep, she's just delusional, she's just saying words out of her mouth because she never knew what it's like growing up and whatnot. She's just in a weird family at the end of the day. I get that. I get that there's like a lot of hate and distrust towards the Smith family as a whole. And again, I'm no stranger to this since I did talk about Jane Smith's new songs not that long ago. But her question about how people, like asking people out in person as old school, I'm gonna have to disagree on that. I feel like it's not old school for me because I, I feel like as someone who has grew up, who is still single right now, who's also like dated in the past, I feel like that is the only way you can actually go out with someone and be with someone, is to ask them out in person. Yes, obviously there's an argument that like now in the 2025 you have to ask people out through your freaking smartphones or just online dating and all, and like there's such thing as Tinder and Bumble and God knows whatever dating apps is out there, right? But even with that, like I there's so much debate about this in my view that, like, for me, I think we just have to simple it down to the basic facts, and that is, if you want to ask someone out on a date, for me personally, I'd rather do it her old school way, as she's pointing out, because that's what I was taught. That's the more genuine way, and I feel like when you're asking someone out on a date in person, you instantly get that first connection bond right in front of you, right in front of you physically, and you get like a good little mental note of like how you think your first date's gonna pan out, and if you want to spend more time with a significant other. Whereas if you're gonna do it in an online dating setting, it's the exact opposite, where instead of like just doing the whole face-to-face thing, you're doing it through a computer screen to a computer screen, or a phone to phone, whatever you want to call it. And when you're asking someone out online, it's a whole different story because there's so many ticks and boxes you have to go through to even go on the first date. And again, I've done my fair share of some online dating within the past couple years, and I can tell you that, like, before I can even go on the first date with that one person that was from online in general, I gotta go through all these hoops and leaps and bounds to even get the first date. And it's honestly really tiring, and it tires you out mentally to the point where you really wonder, like, is all of this worth going for the first date? And to some people who obviously met their significant other online, a lot of people are going to say, yes, it's worth it, it's worth a shot, check out online dating, it's great. But obviously there are some massive risk to online dating now, where you can meet catfishes, scammers, to the point where, like, maybe like if you meet this person online, like in real life, after being up with them online, there's a good chance they're not as who they say to be. Like, there's so many like issues with this whole little statement that Will Smith just conjured up with this one little argument, and debating if asking out in person is old school now. And like I said, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'd rather meet the person that I truly want to fall in love with in person. I don't want to meet up with someone online face to face, because at the end of the day, I guess you could call me old school, whatever the fuck you want to call me, but I'd rather just stick to asking someone out in the way I was taught, the way I was raised, and not just go on my fucking phone and just be like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking ask this person out on a date and see where this goes. Because trust me, I've been there, I've done that, and it's like really miserable. Not all the time, of course, because there's like maybe a few moments here and there where flashes in the pan where like the person I met online turns out to be really sweet, really great, really amazing. But then there's the many, many times where when I done this, when I meet someone online, they turn out to be the biggest what the heck did I just sign up for moment that you ever want to go for. So yeah, just wanted to rant about this a little bit because this was on my time feed after I got out of the movie theaters today, and just wanted to give my 2 cents on this whole thing. Honestly, for you single guys out there, single girls out there, whoever you want to call single, do it the old school way because at the end of the day, you're gonna find true love if you do it in person. If you're trying to do it the modern online dating, like you're not gonna see each other's real faces till later on. It's good, it's respectable, it is what it is. Do what you gotta do, but I'm sticking to my ways of how I want to meet someone and leave it at that. And yeah, just wanted to simply talk about this. That's it. See you on the next one. Later.